So, not long been back. I had to pop out to get some coal, and between me trying to manage my life, manage my mental health, calm the anxieties, I didn't manage to purchase some, or at least I did manage to purchase some, but I had to pay a higher price because I had to go elsewhere. I missed the shop that I needed on 2 occasions, ironically, to get the cheapest coal, then the cheaper coal, and I had to purchase a more expensive coal. But it is what it is. I am counting the pennies, but I've been here before and it is my life, and I've just got to keep plugging away and hope that life looks after me, that it provides me with the means to at least feed myself. Clothes, I've got clothes since I was about 13 still, so that isn't a worry ever. But obviously you've got heating and bills on top of that. And I'm just finding myself as much as possible back into a place of being able to function, again on benefits. And it's not a problem. At the moment I'm on just the basic universal job seekers allowance level, and I sort of got messed over a while ago with the customer service advisor. She told me I was getting more money than I am, and she advised me not to put in an application for the higher benefit, because there's 2-3 different ways I can do it to receive a fair disability allowance level amount so I can function in terms of my life. And she advised me wrong. And the benefits advisor also from the mental health team in the community, he's been terrible at getting back to me, and I've tried to get in touch with him like 3 times, 4 times, and they've changed advisor in that time. So I've got to keep plugging away and it'll come good, and then I'll get on the waiting list for my benefits, the higher rate, and I'll have to wait 6 months, and then I'll have to go to a tribunal, likely. I mean, at least it wasn't granted automatically before. I don't know if it's possible just to be granted it on account of the application itself, but it's never been easy for me. I've always been turned away. And the one time I did go to a tribunal, it was back in the days before I accepted my mental health, so it was at the time when I was trying to heal the trauma of my mental health, thinking I'd return to a state of normality that I've just knocked the coffee pot all over the fire. Just put out a fire. Oh no, it's not been put out totally. That's fine. But yeah, when I went before, I was still in the mentality that I was going to heal my mental health and life would return to normal. And in a way, it was the final straw in terms of that idea, because I needed the benefits. I can't function on this level of benefit. I've been using savings and credit cards to get through selling things. And I could, if I was able, if I was an able person, I was didn't have the constant pressures on me to it's not even to do anything, it's just the constant pressures of my life on me. I'm not able to keep to budget on point, just deciding like, right, this is my budget, this is what I've got to do. Unfortunately, my physical health is a problem, and getting up and getting about. So for instance, if you've got a small budget, you go to the shops that you can afford. Or if you've got a physical health problem where your mobility is affected and you can barely get to another room, make it to another room in your day, most days. The reality of picking and choosing the shops you go into isn't likely. And then when your mental health and your life is so traumatic and it is what it is, and in that place I have to admit I'm at the moment not able to overcome it. I'm weak to it, and I experience emotional trauma. That's what it's like. And where I know my daily food budget, for instance, I'm eating more than I would otherwise like to, and than I have done in years, because I'm emotionally disturbed by life. And then I get some money, as I said, I sell something or whatever, and all of those pressures get amped up all at the same time. All of those pressures get amped up all at the same time, and I'm clear and I'm sane within my decision, but it's a case of like, life is just so depressing. I don't care. I'm gonna buy something I don't need. I haven't been like that for years, and even in the moment, I'm realizing, no, I know I'm not doing it because I'm weak. I'm doing it because my life is so unrealistically painful because of my disabilities. I know my willpower, I know my OCD, I know my autism, and I know how much I enjoy managing and keeping to a small budget and being creative within that budget. I enjoy it. There's no reason for me to spend more than I have. But I've been doing it for the past few months since I've been trying to adjust. And I'll get there eventually. But it's just such a horrible experience when I'm entitled to more. But it's the process. I'll have to go through it again. If I have to go to a tribunal again, I've said to myself countless times, and I hope I can stick to it, that when I go to the tribunal, last time I went as if I cared. That's when I still cared about life. As I said, I was trying to heal my mental health to get back to a place of normality. So I went to that tribunal like a healthy person with a condition for several years. And money's always a sensitive issue with me and the outside world. And if I'm asking for money, I need to prove it. And the way my approach to doing that is just to give as much energy as possible, answer all the questions in absolute honesty. But all the while you're answering these questions and you're thinking, I've been turned down before so many times for saying the wrong thing. Am I going to slip up? Am I going to say something you don't like, and just because of points you're not going to see my true condition? And so last time I gave all the energy I had to just being honest, answering the questions. And I remember coming away thinking, I'm never doing that again. I don't care if I need the money, I'm not going through that process again. It's too degrading, too humiliating, too detrimental to my condition in the first instance. But it's degrading as an experience for life. And I said, fuck it, I'm not doing it. But I knew the one caveat to that was, if life puts me in a position where I have no choice, I'll likely have no choice and I'll have to do it again. And life has found me in that place again. But I've got to follow the procedure, ask for help from the benefits advisor so I don't delay the process 2-3 months. And there's one real sticking point, and that is I don't like the medication. I decline it at all given times, but quite often I find myself in hospital and I have to take it whilst in hospital on section. I'd say you're obliged, but you're not. You don't have a choice. You're going to take that medication. But with health as well, I'm also of the awareness that sometimes a short course of the medication and premeditated awareness of my circumstance will save a longer course of medication another time, and that's also a worthwhile option. But the place where you put the details about the medication that you're on, I'm too honest. So I've been prescribed medication over the time, and some of it I'm willing to take on an occasional basis in the community. I haven't done that yet. So for me to put that on the form is a bit of a lie, and I won't do that, because if I lie, it will only create problems. That's the way it's always been for me in my life. So I just tell the truth. But instead, what I'm hoping to do is speak to the benefits advisor and tell him the situation, and see if he can put the same lie on the paper that I'm able to do myself. It's a real fucked up world, man. Things we have to do like that. I have to play a game. I have to go and see the benefits advisor. I have to get him to fill out the form. And sure, I'm sure there are things that he's aware of, how to fill it out and all of that stuff. But money's a concern, that's what I'm trying to say. and to spend an extra, I must have spent an extra £15 a month this month on coal. Well, that's a whole other bag, and £3.50 in my pocket. So it is a concern, and it is due to my health, but we're prepared to let people suffer, it seems, at a distance from my perspective. So they're really aware of their pain, I guess, so that when they ask for more money, they know they deserve it. What other reason is there? Because if you've got money you don't feel you deserve, you can become arrogant. But what happens if you're super humble and you're true about the nature of reality in the world, and you don't feel in truth that you want the money in the first place because of it is coming from a corrupt source, and it just goes to perpetuating the system and suffering all around the world, and your own suffering to a certain extent. Sorry, I just need to get the coffee pot off the fire without spilling any more water. Yeah, there's no water left. Never mind. But it's really weird with my physical health and what my mental health is able to do and way of affecting it. Because it's like, I've been in a lot of pain for a long time now. There are some days I just don't feel it. It's like whatever the reason is, I don't feel the pain. So I get as much stuff as I can done in that day. And it's not normally all of a sudden, but it's normally like the next day the pain will return. But today it hit me on the way back. And it's done that once or twice before. And you've got to ask yourself, you know, how much of this can I continue to take? Because I've got through today. I've got through today. I've got through. Because I've got through today. And tomorrow's another day. And if I get through tomorrow, there'll be another day. I'm appreciating my constant hobo hands at the moment, but that's generally what I'm able to raise my energies to because of everything I just said, and the likelihood of me maintaining clean hands at the moment isn't likely, so I just let them be. And if I can pull life back round to a direction that is a little bit more real to life, a little bit less agonizing, I'll have clean hands again maybe in a few months. But until then, it's not the end of the world. But the pain, that is, it's real sickening stuff. It's been going on for too long. And it doesn't seem like it's ever going to end. Feels like on some level I've got someone giving me a energetic Thai massage. You know, with the Thai massage, they pull your arms back and stick their leg in the middle of your back and hear it crack. My arms, that's exactly what it feels like. It feels like I've got them pinned behind my back, and my back's being pushed constantly like this. If I'd have paid for this massage, I would have left by now. I'm not sure what distraction I was hoping to get from the live stream, but it's not really helping, if I'm honest. The pain's just too overbearing, too much, and it's just like the killer is, in addition to all of this, obviously pain and sex are connected somehow. And it feels like I'm being raped on some level. I've said it before in the early days of my live streams. But it really feels like on some energetic level I've picked up a nasty spirit. And they're doing nasties to me. So I'm having to digest all of that. And constantly through the day it's like I'm being mind controlled with sex, you know. Sex is the furthest thing from my mind right now. And it's like, look at this woman. And then the spirit might do something, just giving context of what it's like. And do something to my sexual senses, and you say, look at her. And obviously, if someone does something to you, you're going to experience sexual energy, even if it's not present. Maybe the likelihood is it's just the nature of my mental health. But ultimately, I'm put in a position where my mental health is like, right, let's get his sexual centre going. Now look at her. What do you think about her? And I'm forced to look at a woman whilst my sexual centre is being stimulated unpleasantly. And like, right, you must like her now. Think about sex, right? Think about sex. I'm like, right, I'm looking at her. Obviously, I'm feeling what I'm feeling. What's going on? And then I remember it's my life. And that's the whole day.